let it be known also that the phone may ring a couple of times, and I'm mostly going to try and mumble over whatever is going to be coming over the receiver. Anyway.
Okay. Chapter 3 of Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles. Gene, why don't you start us off this time?
Right. A past author's note, I'm guessing.
Past the author's note, yeah, we won't. Go ahead and start.
Understood. Pleased to meet you, Reverend Dumbledore, Harry replied enthusiastically and got to his feet. Sure is a beautiful place you have here.
The Reverend beamed. Why, thank you, little one. His voice had a distinctive southern twang. No, it didn't. To it that made Harry feel so safe and well. He knew in that moment that the Reverend was a man of God. Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
God, this feels just like home. Ooh.
This poor little one was being raised in terrible situation, Hagrid declared concernedly. He was watched by a babysitter every second of the day. His aunt saw him as part of her perfect little package, like the big house, the fancy career, the speedy car.
Dumbledore shook his head sadly. Too bad no one told her. Parenting should be about the children, not the parents. That is why it's called parenting.
Hang on. That doesn't make any actual sense of all.
I'm trying to see the logic, but you know.
Hagrid nodded wisely.
Dumbledore turned to Harry and announced authoritatively, "Now you can start your classes tomorrow. Today you can get settled into your dormitory." Hold on, I'm sorry. I know they said the Southern twang, but can we have everyone else be British accents, but Dumbledore be cowboy?
300% yes.
I'll see what I can do.
Now you can... I'm trying to get them. Now you can start your classes tomorrow morning. Today you can get settled into your dormitory, but first, why don't you eat dinner with my family and me? I'm not sure if that's how cowboys speak, but okay.
Really? Harry gasped excitedly. I've never had a family dinner before.
Well, why don't you come with us then? Dumbledore cried kindly and got down on his knees. Everyone else did the same. Raising his large, massive, manly hands up to the heavens, Dumbledore bellowed in a voice even louder than Hagrid's had been. Lord, please take us to the kitchen.
I love the idea of nobody walks anywhere. They just pray to get to the room they want to be in.
Yeah, they just teleport around.
Suddenly, they all found themselves in a tasteful, decorated kitchen.
Wow, Harry shouted in awe. He was still getting used to the power of prayer. Sometimes we take the wonderful things the Lord gives us for granted, and it takes a newcomer to the fold for us to understand just how blessed we are. That was amazing.
I'm just picturing in my head, it's like not quite Hogwarts because it's like also at the same time a Catholic school.
Yeah.
But there's no windows or doors or anything. It's just a solid wall, and they have to get teleported in.
Oh, it's like that one episode of Fairly Odd Parents. Shout out to the people who know what. Shout out to the people who know what exact episode I'm talking about. Anyway, where was I?
Solid concrete block.
All right. Hagrid smiled knowingly. God is an amazing guy.
God is an amazing guy. Sorry. He sure. No, wait, that's the line. He sure is. The Reverend's wife chuckled before getting down to her knees and raising her own hands upward. Dear Lord, please set the table with the sky blue cloth and the Sunday dishes. And please give us biscuits fried golden brown and gravy creamy mashed potatoes. My great aunt Eleanor's corn casserole, corn on the cob slathered with butter, and for dessert, some chocolate raspberry cookies.
Yeah, this is exactly how a potluck worked when I was going to church.
You just pray for it, and there it is on the table.
Exactly.
That's incredible. All these things appeared on the table exactly as the Reverend's wife had asked for them, masterfully prepared and delicious smelling. Harry's mouth dropped open. Truly, this woman was a real Proverbs 31 wife.
Whatever that means.
Hold
on, I'm gonna put up every time. Probably this is for future editing, but it'll probably already happen by now. But every time there's a proverb from,
yeah, every time there's like a line from scripture that's referenced, you're just gonna throw it up on screen.
I'll throw it up on screen quickly.
Also, let it be known that the category of this video should be education because we're all learning something
Yes.
today.
Yes, this is how not to write a story.
Let's see. Hermione, the Reverend summoned loudly. Dinner time.
Immediately, and with that cheerful obedience, an 11-year-old girl in a pretty pink dress with a matching bow came running down the stairs. She ran over to her father and gave him the winning smile that daughters have.
Welcome home, Daddy. She smiled and then turned to his wife. Can I help at all with dinner, Mommy? Everything's done.
It's finished.
It is all prepared, thanks be to God. Her mother retorted gracefully. Hermione nodded knowingly.
Hermione, I would like you to meet Harry Potter, a new student at Hogwarts School of Prayer and Miracles, Dumbledore introduced magnanimously. Harry, I would like you to meet Hermione Granger, my beloved daughter.
I would just like to point out that either she's adopted,
or somehow she has a
something's
different
wrong with
name than Dumbledore. Yeah.
exactly.
Let it be known that she is a child of God, and it doesn't matter.
I guess
course.
technically, okay, but that would also be implying that Dumbledore is God.
She's a reverend. Do you see the big beard?
Pleased to meet ya, Hermione responded sweetly with a sly grin. Oh, that's a shy grin. Never mind.
She's got plans for you.
My vision suddenly just like faded out for no reason, so that's what that was about. Sorry.
Harry could barely respond. This was the most beautiful young girl he had ever come across. So different from all the girls in public school who were focused on trying to be a career woman when they saw on Sex in the City.
Yeah, hang on. What kid's watching that?
And not only that, when does this take place? Because I'm pretty sure, like, the actual Hogwarts...
It's supposed to be like the 1960s, I want to say. Like...
He's got, this little one was the picture of innocence and godliness.
Now, Dumbledore pronounced genially, let's eat.
As the holy men, women, and little ones dung into the precious manna the Lord them, the conversation amongst the adults turned to darker topics. Harry listened intently, and he did not understand it, but he was very interested.
Dark days are coming, Hagrid pronounced gravely, and around a mouthful of casserole, Dark forces are coming. Evil forces are coming to this world, and the little ones at Hogwarts may be our last resort.
Psalm 127:5, Dumbledore referenced solemnly, and the others around the table nodded knowingly. Hogwarts might be the last hope for the forces of good in this world.
And chapter end.
Exactly.
That
maybe save
okay.
the next chapter for another time. Yeah.
There's no real reason to keep going, unless we want to make fun of this at a later time as well. But I want to point out that chapter 12 is straight up called chapter 12.
You have a good point. There's chapter 1, and then everything has a name except for chapter 12, which is chapter.
Oh, I didn't even notice the name. I just kept saying chapter 3 of. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this
really
has been
something.
This is beautiful.
Oh. I want to thank you two for joining me. I told you this would be a magical pun, not really intended, but also slightly intended time.
Yes, it's pretty magical.
I appreciate you dragging us in for this, dude.
Oh my god,
this is just what I needed with my cornflakes and coffee in the morning. But let it be known.
Cornflakes, coffee, and God, the 3 ingredients for a magical morning.
That's how you make an American morning right there.
Yep.
Let it be known. Being devoutly connected to spirituality of any kind is a healthy thing for most people's minds.
Yes, it is.
Letting it make you worry about witchcraft and wizardry and other stuff, which is not but drawing lines in the dirt. That's not what it's about.
Exactly.
Very well put, Gene.
You just gotta enjoy what you're doing, unless you're cutting a goat's throat while you're doing it. In which case, maybe you could just, I don't know, go bake some cookies or something instead. That's just my suggestion. I ain't no expert.
Yeah, no, I am of the mindset of if you're not direct me, then where's the harm?
No.
Well, this is not where I thought the end of this episode was good, but well put points from everyone.
Yep.
You know, we poke our fun, but we also like to remind people, you do you. That's what matters.
Of course. That's
exactly.
This it's a good thing to remind us that reading this is all in good fun. We're not trying to be mean to the author, but this is just too much fun for us to ignore.
100%. Grace Ann is a decent writer. The only advice I would give is cut back on the adverbs.
Yeah.
And the semicolons, because this is ridiculous. Like, Halfway down the page,
So
there's like
we
30
will-
already.
I'm sure at some point in the future we will continue reading this, but I will also put the link to the story in the description of each of these videos. I think I'll have each chapter be its separate video. Does that sound right?
Yeah, fair enough.
It's
Although
every
they're not going to be
chapter.
very long.
Every
You might
chapter is
wanna-
mildly
Well,
low.
we've already been recording for like half an hour.
I guess that's fair. And that
Yeah.
would put us within like the 10-minute window that a YouTube video should be.
Yeah. Anyway, I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you had as good a time as us with this. And feel free to check back in later when we finally continue this glorious, glorious story.
What do
Anyway.
you bet that either Voldemort is going to be a devil analogy or is literally going to look like Charles of Darwin?
Oh, actually, it's I actually see the way we've discovered this. Voldemort in this is actually an evolutionist who is trying to make Christianity illegal.
This is a piece of
But
culture.
that's for next time on Starfall. Bye, everybody. We love you all.
Stay safe and Christian out there, everybody.